Hello.
Hi. Do you want a glass?
No, it's okay. I'm on the vodka.
Closing your mouth when you eat, you're making me feel sick.
Have you seen Glenn yet?
Let's see, it's 4 minutes past 9. The office opens at 9, so that would make him, 4 minutes late.
Not that it's any of your business, but I was supposed to be meeting him here at 8:30.
Maybe something's come up. Maybe he's got personal problems.
What do you mean?
Well, that's what people usually say when they're late and they haven't phoned in. Sorry, I've got personal problems. That way you don't have to explain why you were late and nobody can ask you because it's personal.
That's a real insight into the workings of your mind, Nadia. Thanks.
All right. I've just been to the gym. You should come along sometime. I can sign you in as a guest.
I don't have time. Glenn hasn't turned up. I've got to give a presentation in 5 minutes about breakdown recovery, and he hasn't even left me his notes.
Oh. Well, we could go after work then. You look like you could do with a detox.
Thanks. But until Glenn bothers to show up, I have no pre-work, I have no post-work, I just have work.
Then you need to schedule in some time for fun. We could go for a manicure after.
Conrad, I'm not going to be your new best friend just because you and Shona aren't getting on.
Selfish.
Listen, I know what the answer's going to be, and I wouldn't be asking unless I was completely desperate, but is there any chance you know where Glenn is?
Lying in a pool of his own blood somewhere?
Well, let me know if you see him. Maybe you can help me kick his head in.
Been thinking about growing a moustache.
Why?
Because facial hair is something you've got to do while you're young and good-looking, before it looks like a desperate attempt to disguise your bad points.
Right, so when you want to grow facial hair, it's a good idea. When I want to, I'm a sad loser who's in denial.
I haven't split up with anyone, so I can't be in denial.
You've fallen out with Shona.
No, I haven't. And yours really didn't suit you, whereas I think mine will.
A little jazzy one or the full Selleck?
Not sure.
Well, while you struggle with that monumental ambition, I'll just be getting married and bringing up a couple of kids.
So what did Katie go for in the end? The platinum?
No, the white gold. She's doing it all from the wedding planning book. I just have to say yes or no to everything.
So is Katie organising the stag night too?
No, that's the best man's job. Knowing David, it'll probably be an orgy or something.
David who?
You know, funny David. David from school. He came to my birthday and tried to pay Nadia to take her clothes off.
Has he got a cleft palate?
No, it's a hair lip.
You know, I've never been a best man.
No? Well, I'm sure two of your big gay boy mates will marry each other one day. You can ask one of them. Or do they have women as their best men? Would that mean you'd have to be a bridesmaid?
No, Dominic, I don't need to be a bridesmaid. I've been a bridesmaid. I want to be a best man.
Well, put it on your list then.
Alrighty.
So how did the thing go? Yeah, fine, good. There's another one this afternoon, that's the real fucker. I was supposed to be presenting it with Glenn. He's got this whole bit on sampling approaches and I don't understand it. And if I don't, how am I supposed to explain it to someone else?
So do you think he'll turn up?
He's got to.
That's 3 salads.
No, that's 2 salads.
3 salads.
Look, I've got Greek salad and I've got tuna rice salad.
$3.99.
The thing is,
Yeah?
I don't think he will turn up. Glenn, I mean.
What?
Well, only because when I found out about... I sort of threatened to tell Glenn's wife if he ever showed his face around here again.
Round here? What do you mean, round here? in his fucking place of employment. Shona. Look, I know it's not your fault, but... Oh, shit.
Well, maybe I could help you.
How?
I don't know. I could hold your pointy stick for you.
How about me being your best man?
Ask me again.
How about me being your best man? Thanks, Tom.
Cheers. Didn't have any jam ones.
Sorry.
So you are capable of saying sorry?
Yes. I don't mind taking responsibility for my actions, unlike some people who try and blame innocent bystanders.
Are you two going to get over this, or am I going to have to move offices?
I'm over it.
Of course you are.
Because the way I see it, you live together and you work together. You've just got to work it out. I mean, what I did when me and Katie split up, we had a bit of fun.
Are you suggesting I ask Conrad to marry me?
No, I'm suggesting you can make this setback work for you.
So is, David helping you choose your outfit? Is he a man of good taste?
I'll probably just go with Katie.
When was the last time you saw David?
A couple of months ago. We went out for a drink.
Wow, that long. I suppose school was quite a while ago now. Different age, really.
Katie and his girlfriend don't really get on very well.
We go to the pub, what, 4, 5 times a week? So this thing about Katie and David's girlfriend hating each other.
They don't hate each other.
No, but I was just thinking about the best man speech.
What about it?
You know, the bit where David talks about when you first met Katie, what a wondrous change it wrought in you.
Yeah?
Well, you don't want to just start banging on about how you ditched all your mates as soon as you met her and you now only see him 6 times a year, on average.
I'm going to the toilet.
You just went.
On my own.
He's never going to let you do it.
What?
Be his best man. You can't just go around forcing people to be your new best friend against their will.
I'm not forcing him.
Anyway, you've got nothing in common with him.
Yes, I have.
What? The fact that neither of you has a social life outside sitting in the same pub after work every night of the week.
No, the fact that we're both men, and men make better friends than women.
Rubbish.
Men don't dump their best mates when they meet someone they fancy.
Oh, and that's what you think I did, is it? Just ditch you the minute Glenn came along?
Well, yeah.
You are such a fucking twat. I only ever saw him a couple of times a week because, as we now know, the rest of the time he was with his wife.
Yeah, but when you weren't with him, you were phoning him, or texting him, or talking about him.
Well, I'm sorry if I bored you.
Well, you did, but I accept your apology.
I'm not fucking apologising. You should be fucking apologising. You're supposed to be my best friend. You're supposed to be pleased for me when nice things happen. That's the point.
Well, he wasn't a nice thing, though, was he? That's the point.
We didn't know he wasn't a nice thing. That's the fucking point.
I did know. I was the one who told you, if you remember.
Yeah, and you relished every fucking minute of it because you've been waiting for weeks for something to go wrong like a big bent vulture.
You turned into some hideous Doris fucking Day creature all of a sudden. I prefer you when you're sour and dysfunctional. Makes me feel better about myself.
Oh, you see, it has to be about you, doesn't it?
Are you coming?
Yes.
There's the script. I've highlighted the graphics for you.
Great.
Shona,
Hi, fuck.
I'll just go.
I've handed in my resignation. I'm just here for now to help Zoe out. I've got 2 weeks holiday I'm taking in lieu, so I've only got to come in 3 more days to work out my notice.
Fine, email me when they are and I'll call in sick.
So, Jonathan, does David know what your middle name is?
Possibly.
There you go, JE219691VCT. Does David know your national insurance number?
All right, you can be my best man, but just shut up now.
Hi.
All right? I just saw Glenn.
Oh.
Tosser.
I'm gonna be Dominic's best man.
Oh. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Has he mentioned where he'd like the stag night? Or is he happy for you to sort it out by yourself?
He wants me to do it.
Because if you're stuck, there's a lap dancing club off the M25 somewhere that does extras, apparently.
Extras?
Yeah, you know, oral, anal, breast relief. I'm sure that's the sort of thing he had in mind.
Breast relief? What am I gonna do?
Well, it's not just the stag night. There's the speech to think about. You'll have to include some of Dominic's past exploits. Like the time you caught him having a wank in the stationery cupboard. Or that story he told us about when he shagged Katie and she had that little accident.
Stop.
Didn't you think about any of this?
No. I've got to get out of it. It's not too late.
Oh, so what are you going to say? Dominic, you know I pretended to be your best friend in the whole world. Well, actually, I think you're an unreconstructed tosser and I'd rather die than be your best man.
He doesn't really want me. I just bullied him into it.
Yep, you sure did. Honestly, it's the best news I've had in ages. It really cheered me up when I heard.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you could be an usher or something.
I'd love to. Excellent. Maybe I could help Conrad with the stag night. I was just saying to him there's this place just off the M25.
Can we talk about this later?
Are you okay?
Yeah, fine, thanks. Did it go all right, the thing?
Yeah. Didn't it bother you at all then, seeing Glenn?
Yeah. But then I found out that Dominic's made Conrad his best man.
And Shona's going to be an usher.
I don't think you can come. Katie says close friends only.
What? What do you mean I can't come? Not even to the rent-a-crowd, buy your own drink, get snogged by a sweaty, drunken 50-year-old bit?
Sorry.
I'm just worried David might have better material than me. For the speech. All those years in school together, chasing women back in the day.
Don't be so hard on yourself. You can be funny too.
Because the thing is, when it comes to the big day, I can't really make out like I'm not gay. I know it doesn't sound like a big deal, but it's been too much of a struggle. Not just for me, but for all the previous generations.
That's okay. Wouldn't expect you to.
Yeah, otherwise he wouldn't have asked you to be his best man, would he?
I just thought maybe some of your friends, you know, at the stag night.
Well, some of them can be a bit backward in that way. It depends if you mind, really.
Well...
As long as the stripper's female, or if that's going to be a problem for you.
You can cope with some hideous, saggy woman shaking her shapeless, floppy tits in your face just for one night for your special friend Dominic, can't you?
So what? Are you still up for it then?
Sure. I mean, I'm really excited about it. What?
Nothing. Just happy to be here.
Why?
Oh, you know. Zoe's fucked off about Dominic's wedding and you've got to be his best man.
Oh. Cheers. So does that mean we're friends again?
You really are distressed about this best man thing?
Practically suicidal.
How suicidal?
How suicidal do I need to be?
Buying the pills, not being able to get the childproof lid off, then deciding you're too lazy to get somebody else to do it for you.
Yeah, about that.
Okay. Friends again.
And you're still quite miserable about Glenn?
Miserable. Thinking about becoming a lesbian, but aside from wondering whether I could bring myself to shag her, I'm pretty much back to normal.
So all that's really come out of it is that I've got twice as much work to do.
Yeah, you want to get onto personnel about that.
I can't believe I've been barred from the whole event.
Oh, it'd probably be a crap wedding anyway. If Conrad's the best man, God knows what the quality of guest will be like.
Just letting you know I'm choosing to let that one go.
I'm not saying I give a toss about going to the wedding. It's just, why does he think of you as close friends and not me?
Well, just tell him that you're gonna turn up.
Then it looks like I'm desperate to go to his stupid wedding. I don't even want to go. In fact, there's no way I'm going to go now. I just want to be invited.
Well, maybe if you explain that to him, then he can invite you, but only under the condition that you refuse the invitation.
Found this, but I can't see any rice.
We could get some rice delivered.
Don't worry, we're going to go and get a takeaway. Come on.
Why don't we get the takeaway delivered?
Ask him now.
I've opened these now.
Oh, they won't go to waste.
It's just that Katie's not that keen on inviting anyone I go home and slag off every night. Joke. If you're that bothered, I'll work on her. So, go on then. Tell me what it's like.
What's like?
Being married.
Don't you think you should be asking someone who isn't getting divorced?
There must be things you liked about it, aren't there? I mean, compared to your sad, lonely life now.
Well, it was secure, I suppose. And you get lots of presents. And there's that thing of not having to bother to talk if you don't feel like it. And then there's sex. When you get round to having sex. Because you know they're always there. So if you can't really be bothered one day, it's not a problem. Because you know there'll always be another day. Endless days, in fact.
Well, that's good to know.
And if you say something utterly twattish, a wife isn't going to announce it over the tannoy at work because it would only reflect badly on her taste.
Now, that would be a good thing.
How long have we got to sit here again?
I don't know. As long as it takes.
But how are we going to know how long it takes?
Well, how long can it take for her to go, Dominic, stop being a twat about the fucking wedding, and for him to go, oh, okay, I'll tell Katie you're coming whether she likes it or not?
Knowing her hours.
Look, we'll just finish this drink, get a takeaway, go home, everything will be lovely, and we'll all get very, very drunk.
I think I might have made a bit of a mistake.
You haven't. She's lovely. And with enough special needs to tolerate you, but not so many she needs her own care worker.
I know, but I didn't have to ask her to marry me. What was I thinking about? I don't want not to have sex with anyone else again. There are other people in the world I want to have sex with. In fact, I want to have sex with you.
Oh.
So what do you say?
About what?
About me shagging you.
I know what you're doing. You're trying to get me to say I want to shag you, right? So you can carry on taking the piss out of me for the next 50 years.
I'm not, honestly. I really do want to.
Really? Does that mean I get to take the piss out of you for the next 50 years?
All right, girls.
Well, I was feeling a little bit depressed, Dominic, but now you've arrived, the world suddenly seems a little brighter.
You're trying to pretend that's a joke, but I know you mean it.
What are you so cheerful about?
What do you want me to do? Come in and say me and Zoe shagged last night, so if we're behaving a bit strangely, that'll be why.
If you ever say anything to anybody about this, ever...
Right, because I'm the one who's got nothing whatsoever to lose, aren't I?
What happened to you two last night? We had to eat about 4 pounds of curry each.
Yeah, and the bloke from the takeaway followed us home and held a hot plate to our heads.
Oh, Zoe came over a bit tired, so I didn't want to stay there on my own. So we got a cab. We shared one.
So? You coming to the wedding then?
Well, not exactly. I'm not sure. It's Katie's call, really, not mine.
Right. I've got my presentation. Boilermakers.
Is she all right?
She's fine.
All right.
Oh, fine.
You sure you're not still upset about this wedding thing?
No, it's fine now.
She's done the flowers. I think it's the caterers next week. All right.
That's 3 salads.
No, it's 2 salads.
That's 3 salads.
Where? Show me the 3rd salad and I'll happily pay for it.
3 bean salad doesn't come with beetroot.
Well, why's it in there then? I didn't want beetroot. I don't even like beetroot. In fact, I was going to complain to you about the beetroot.
That's 3 salads.
I'll tell you what, why don't you take the piece of beetroot and stick it in the bin?
Do you want me to stick the beetroot in the bin?
I want you to stick it up your arse. This piece of beetroot represents my life.
What, that piece of beetroot in particular?
I didn't ask for the beetroot. I never wanted the beetroot. But I had to pay a supplementary 75 pence for this vegetable. To placate some fucking bitch that the universe has decided to throw at me.
And this parallels your life?
I didn't want to be sitting here with you lot in some shitty canteen in some shitty building in the middle of nowhere. I didn't ask to shag Dominic.
Thanks, Zoe. That's just great.
Are you trying to tell me you and him have had sex?
Last night?
Well, yes, but that's not the point. The point is, this unwanted piece of beetroot doesn't just represent my life. It represents all our lives.
She's right. It's all shit. All our lives are shit.
Yes, but I get the feeling yours is about to be a lot worse than ours. Either your marriage is off, or it's on and you'll have to carry the burden of guilt with you for the rest of your life. Plus, whichever way it goes, you've got to work for a woman who's seen you naked.
Do you think you're telling me anything I don't know?
No, but it's giving me a lot of pleasure.
Talking of which, did he finish you off with his hand?
I don't think he finished me off at all.
I did.
Did you?
Yes, I fucking did. You know I did. She's just saying that because she doesn't want to admit that it was the best night of her life. You hit the jackpot.
I think we've reached that moment where we need to go and get a takeaway.
What?
Takeaway?
Oh, okay, right. I'll leave you two to it then.
Well, that's being a best man fucked. Selfish.
You didn't want to do it anyway.
Yeah, but I've got it on the list now. You do know that if I ever got married, I'd want you to be my best man.
Yes. And you know that if you were planning to get married, I would be putting all my energies in trying to fuck it up for you. Like you did for me.
Which?
Puff.